Hi everybody, David Fuller here from CPTC-Aquitude. I want to talk a little bit about customer experience, and more specifically the customer experience training courses that we have coming up in Riyadh at the end of this month and early in December. Customer experience is not just about call centers. In fact, I would argue it's not about call centers at all. The training courses that we provide over 2 days get into some of the more advanced concepts of customer experience. If you want to know more, I've written a couple of articles on our website, which is CPTC-Aquitude.me. Recently, I've been talking about how sustainability can be an important part of the customer journey, which means that you might not be measuring the right things. So imagine if you have a high customer satisfaction, your customers are saying that they find you very convenient, they find that you're incredible value for money, they like the way that you deliver your service, and yet you're still not seeing fantastic NPS scores, or your customers may not be recommending you to others. That might be because they're looking at the experience through a slightly different lens. For example, they might be very focused on your environmental record and what you're doing in terms of sustainability. Are you decarbonizing your supply chain? Are you looking for alternatives to plastic? Are you looking at empowering your factories and your offices through renewable energy? So even though you might be providing a fantastic product at a great price, customers still might not be having the best experience because you're not living up to their expectations along another measure. So you can learn a bit more about that in one of the articles I've published recently. The other one is a little bit more back to the drawing board and thinking about customer experience as an end-to-end journey from the very, very start to the very end. And the analogy that I use is a river. So if you can imagine that a river, before it goes to the sea, it has many tributaries, it has many small creeks and beginnings, lots of different sources. Somewhere where if you were to drop a leaf or a stick or something that floats into the top of one of these creeks, eventually it would find its way down through a path to the end goal. And customer experience is a lot like that. Not every customer begins in the same place, but they should all end up at the same place. So you can read a little bit more about that on the website as well. And finally, some very advanced thinking around customer experience, which will be part of some of our advanced courses coming up in the new year around stakeholder management. This idea basically says that yes, we've thought about customers and we've put customers at the center of the journey. We've also realized in our advanced customer experience thinking that you need to be able to have people within your organization, not just people who are customer facing, but also people in the back office who make decisions around the customer, being part of that journey as well. And last year they termed that total experience, but I think we've moved on from that. We're now realizing that certain businesses are very, very complicated, operate in an ecosystem where you have partners, you have contractors, you have suppliers, you have vendors, and each one of those people can affect the customer experience, not just the direct influence that your brand has and that your people have, but your customer experience or your guest experience or your visitor experience could be affected by a piece of the puzzle that you don't necessarily have control over, and you need to build that into your strategy and work out ways in which you can make that customer experience the best it can be, even though you may not have direct control over that part of the journey. So that's another article on the website. If you're interested in learning more about some of those themes, have a read. Otherwise, sign up to the courses, and yeah, hopefully I'll see you in Riyadh for one of those courses, either this month or in December or early next year. See you soon.